What will I be doing when I'm over there? Well, the actual idea is to try and run half a marathon, 100 miles, and then half a marathon again, which is a duathlon. It's what I compete in, so hopefully I'll try and do that every day for 10 days.
So with Andy, I'm here as support for him. I'm going to be a sports therapist, so I'm going to be helping him in the lead up to the big event, and then day to day I'm going to be there to help him get out of bed, keep moving around, making sure each day he can keep going off, doing what he's doing, keep running, keep cycling. Any sort of niggle he has, I'm going to be there to try and help him out, provide a bit of massage, a bit of therapy, a bit of taping, anything I can to make sure that from day 1 to day 10 that he's there and he's going to arrive back in Southampton fitting well.
The charity I'm supporting is Cash for Kids. I'm doing it because I love challenging myself basically, and I really want to raise a lot of money for the charity I'm supporting.
Build-up's been good. I know Andy's been doing really well with all of his training. He's had a few little bits along the way. I've been helping out, just kind of week on week, trying to keep him functioning, assessing him, making sure that he's not got any limitations in terms of movement, things like that, making sure he can get on his bike, get running every single session so he's not missing out. I know he's getting a few little niggles in and around his groin and his legs, but we've been sorting them out, been doing pretty well for him, and yeah, he's been absolutely smashing it. So
training in sort of day-to-day basis is, well, initially starts with flexibility and mobility. I do strength work, but that's not really included in the 16 hours a week of training I have to do for this. So I've got 2 runs today basically. I'm going to do, first one's a 13 kilometre threshold run, and then I've got a few hours off, then I've got to do another 26 kilometres today. Yeah, 2-hour run. So I've got to make sure I get all my food and hydration right, but also get the right kit on.
So what are you eating then? What type of things are you eating?
Me at the moment?
Yeah.
About an hour ago, had a big massive bowl of granola and natural yogurt with some fruit. I like that a lot because it keeps it nice and light. And then tonight, when I do my session, I've got to make sure that I sort of fill myself up and then try and run on a full stomach for 2 hours. When I wake up every day, I want to make sure that I challenge myself, and this challenge, hopefully it will be big enough to fulfill that dream.
I think he's going to do well. I've got every faith in him. He's got the right mindset for it. I'm sure physiologically he's going to be able to do it. He's ready for this type of thing. It's just going to be the mental game for him later on, especially going through France. And if we get a little bit of cold weather, a bit of rain, just keeping it going for that. But hopefully I can be there, wake him up in the morning, get him moving, getting ready for the day ahead, and all the guys around him can keep him fresh and ready. I'm absolutely sure he's going to smash it and end up in Southampton.
If I can be honest with you, I reckon 30% of my training is I don't want to do it. Yeah. But we get out of bed and do it, don't we? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. That's like anything, whether you're doing a challenge or not, you've got to get it done. And sometimes what motivates me, I just put on some music straight away in my room. Sorry, I haven't got the right song. Oh, cheers, thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot. Has training been hard? You're really hard, yeah, to certain points. I think when you're dad of 4, and you've got, you know, your wife at home, you know, looking after the children while you're out training, and you've got to do all the mobility, stability, and all the training. I think, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to try and fit that time in. What gets me going? Bit of 80s. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I'm just 80s. I actually like sort of, you know, dance music from the year, you know, 2000. When I was a kid. Reminds me when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to be in the army. I was in the army for 14 years.
So do you think that this, in terms of mental strength, does that make it a little bit easier in terms of
it helps, but I wouldn't say, I don't know really, I'll be really honest with you, I don't really know what to expect at all. You know, I've never done anything like this before. I've done an ultra duathlon, and I've done I've run ultra runs, but never done anything back to back like I've done now. So we'll just have to see, won't we? Let's see what we do.
I've never done anything like this before. It's my first time doing it, but it's a great experience so far. It's great being just working closely with Andy as well to make sure that I know exactly where he's at, where his injuries are at, or anything like that, any niggles that he's got. So even just with the build-up with like a multidisciplinary team in terms of everyone's got their different talents, everyone brings something to the park in terms of what we're trying to do. All just raise a good amount of money for Cash for Kids and make the most of this opportunity, really.
I'd like to give a shout out to our main sponsor, Imperial Cars. They've been absolutely superb this year. Without them, I'd never have represented Great Britain in my sport, and they've thrown a lot of money in to try and pull this off.
I'm buzzing for it. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a real feel-good atmosphere. That everyone's going to be there. We're going to really just try and make the most of the whole idea of going from Morocco to Southampton, raising as much money as we can. We're all going to have fun with it. It's going to be a feel-good atmosphere. I mean, I can't complain. I'm basically getting a free holiday to Spain, so.
I have loads of fears. Yeah, I do. I think the fear of not finishing it is the biggest fear, because I might feel like I've let myself down or something like that, but really that's my biggest fear, of not getting through the challenge. Am I ready? As ready as ever be. And I'm ready to do this. Yeah, I am. Let's do it.